Hello and welcome to the Ang-Mo-Kio Primary School. You're about to watch the Senior Divisions South Zone, of course, third and fourth placing. The schools today is ACS Junior versus Hong Wen. And the format of the game, of course, there's 3 singles and 2 doubles. The 3 singles players, beg your pardon, the first singles players on your screens right now, just warming up before the commencement of the match. It is Dylan So for ACS Junior. He is taking on Harvey Huang from Hong Wen. As the proceedings about to start, it is Dylan So who will start his service. Gets the early point as well, straight on the attack, not giving any breathing space for his opponent. Well, they get the point, Hong Wen, and big cheers as well from the teammates at the back. Well, these two teams have played before, of course. That was in the preliminary rounds in the group stages. And just to recap what happened there, it was a clean sweep by Anglo-Chinese Junior as they went past their opponents 3-love, getting all 5 points there for Hong Wen. They then also beat Zhangde Primary School, that is ACS. They also beat Ang-Mo-Kio in straight sets, and Alexandra Primary School, they of course coming into the third, fourth placing, beaten in the preliminary stages, but they did get booted out in the semi-finals. As you can hear the thunder there in the background, it's raining outside. Going to be a slightly tougher fight. I did ask the predictions of both sides as well before the game. Interestingly enough, the likes of ACS Junior predicted the similar score as what had ensued in the group stages between the two sides. It's a 3-love clean sweep. The likes of the opponents, well, slightly more confident today. They predicted they will seal the game 3-2. Obviously coming in with a new game plan after having already played their opponents and had probably sussed them out a little bit more, and coming in with maybe a different game plan this time around, as they now you can see they are leading the first set of the first match 6-4. ACS Junior not having a captain. Interestingly enough, Dylan, of course, is their number 1 key player. Starting off with their trump card here. Finds himself all level with his opponent. A good forehand cross-court shot that time. Frustration on his face there. Just you can tell the body language between the two players, quite important. The likes of Harvey Huang here. After taking a slight lead, now giving a couple of points away. And you can see looking a bit dejected as well, and well, likes of Dylan So coming back late and sealing the first set. Well, the coach just giving a few instructions here to his young protege, Dylan So. You can hear words of advice there. Just maybe a more offensive approach. Dylan started off a little slowly here, falling behind, but picked up towards the end of the set. will be Harvey Wong to serve in the second set of the first singles match. Good shot there, cross court drive from Dylan, gets the first point. You can see the determination on Dylan's face there, concentration. Checking his shot. Too much spin for Harvey as he could not get his return in order. Too much that time as well, and Harvey well, of course, you can always visit us at go.gov.sg /NSG, of course, the National Games, for more information on what's coming up as well. Not forgetting, of course, the finals later on. That's will be after this. It is Aitong versus Pei Chun Public School. Of course, two of the more dominant sides in this competition of the Senior Division Boys South Zone. As I mentioned, the just the concentration on the young boy's face, Dylan So. That's the point. We're looking for a timeout. They will have called a timeout that time, Hongwin. Both players going to their respective coaches. Coach for ACS, beg your pardon, coach for Hongwin is Lee Gaobin there on your screens. So you call for the timeout. So just giving a little advice, encouragement for the young boy. Well, of course, this is all a learning stage as well for these young chaps as they look to prosper their table tennis, propel their table tennis careers. Aspiring hopes of maybe playing for Singapore one day. Well, that little timeout doing some good as they pick up the point, 6-4. Now another point here. Just trying to get the better of Dylan. Harvey hasn't really found the answer to the return service game. Struggle in that department a bit. But it is the best of 5 in the first singles match. As the young Dylan So looking the more favorable of the two there. Lovely shot. Gets the point as well. The all important as he serves for the second set here in the first singles match. And once again, too much for Harvey to handle as they take the second set, 11-5. And yeah, just to recap, of course, ACS Junior 2-0 up. Remember, they did beat their opponents 3-0 in straight sets the last time they met. That was in the group stages of the tournament. Won all their matches there, but just failed to overcome a big hurdle, that of the semi-final match. See here there, the thunder and lightning outside is setting the tone of the match here. Be a fiery one, I'm sure. Straight off the bat, he gets the first point. I spoke to Dylan So before the match. The young boy's favorite player, mentioned was his coach Li Hu, who he looks up to and respects a lot. Also has another favorite sport, that is skipping. And hardest opponent he's found so far was Aitong Primary School, who are in the finals. Of course, they did lose to them 3-1 in the semi-finals. The first loss of the tournament. And his prediction was a clean sweep, just like they did in the first group stages. So Dylan So to serve now, 5-3 up in the third set. And once again, just couldn't find the return, eluding him time and time again. We saw that in the first two sets, and it seems to be a problem for him, and so in the third as well. 7-3 is ACS now sailing away in the third round. It's just 4 points from sealing the first match here at the Ang-Mo-Kio Primary School for the bronze medal match between Hong Wen and ACS Junior. And it's, well, inevitable that Dylan should win this match now. Frustration as he will serve for the game, set and match for the first singles. And well, he gets it 11-3 as Dylan has a smile on his face. And they will now, of course, head into the second doubles in a bit. So, of course, the first game going to Dylan So of ACS Junior, 11-6, 11-5, 11-3. to the Amokyo Primary School. It is the school games, national school games there. As you can see the back. And we're heading into the second doubles. Sorry, beg your pardon, the first doubles after the first singles was won by ACS Junior. It is Jareth and Caleb representing ACS Junior. Jareth on your left of your screens. Sorry, beg your pardon, Jareth on the right of your screens with Caleb on the left. And the likes of Jaden Go and Linus Lee representing Hongwen. Jaden, the boy with the glasses, and Linus Lee, the shorter of the two, and just warming up in their first doubles match. Bit of pressure on Hongwen as they went down 11-6, 11-5, 11-3 in their first match. So a bit of work for them to do to claw back into this game and try to take it to at least the second doubles. Of course, if it is a win here, then that sets up Ivan for ACS Junior nicely against Maxton Lim for the second singles. Was a coverage here for the National School Games has been top-notch over the last month, with everybody working hard to bring you the top quality production and not allowing any crowds in, thus the streaming to bring you the games and across all the schools in Singapore, across all the zones and divisions as well. First point going to Hongwen with Jaden just giving a little punch there in the air. ACS coming back strongly as well. Are we going to see a more tighter affair between the two? Saw a little fight from Harvey Huang for Hongwen early on. Just couldn't fend off Dylan So's more confident, aggressive approach to the match that saw him go down 1-0. Coming into the second doubles, of course. Sorry, first doubles. Likes of Jaden Go, Hongwen's captain. He mentioned his favorite player being Su Xin from China. Also likes football, and hardest opponent was Pei Chun, team they lost in the semi-finals. And they did predict a 3-2 win for them after going down 3-0 in the preliminary stages against the side. But ACS looking to, well, crush that prediction and looking for a clean sweep as they look to take the first set here in probably record time as well. Sailing away. Force error that time. 10-1. That was just warning there to the likes of Jareth for not putting his hand on the table. And 11-1. Jareth and Caleb are looking too dominant. Winning now 4 sets in a row. The likes of ACS Junior. Are we going to see a little fight back from Hongwen? Well, they've got a lot more work to do. 11-1. Got to dig deep for a bit of confidence, and you can see that the coach is giving them a bit of instructions. And you know, they have played this team before, as I mentioned. They do know their opponents. It's quite humid in this sports hall as well, so getting hydrated, the boys, is also very key. And ACS, as you can tell, getting back to the table very quickly. They want to finish off this match with a spring in their steps, having taken the last 4 sets. The last one, the more dominant, 11-1. So it will be the likes of Dylan. Sorry, beg your pardon, Jareth to serve. And we see us straight up the mark here, getting the first point. Full stretch that time from Caleb. Not being able to control his shot though. Well, you can see Hongwen maybe just a bit of nerves that time. The likes of Linus just making mistakes on his serve. Attacking shot. Hongwen going ahead for the first time after 2 games. 2 sets, should I say. And well, coming back with a little bit more fight after losing 11-1 in the first. But I'm going to see ACS Junior now get this momentum and sail away. Good fight back here from the likes of Jaden Go and Linus Lee. They gaining a bit more confidence. The lead at 7-5 here in the second set of the first doubles game. Well, winning a set might just give them a bit of confidence and try to get them back in the game. ACS Junior looking disappointed that time from Jaden Go. He knew he had a good opportunity to get a 2-point lead. Good service that time, slice, but just the return, letting Hongwen down. Timeout call. So just to recap the scoreline, it is a straight sets victory for ACS Junior in the first singles. With Dylan So outgunning his opponent Harvey Huang 11-6, 11-5, 11-3. Second game between Jareth and Caleb, as you're witnessing right now, and Jaden Go and Linus Lee just saw the momentum carry on into the match. 11-1, they sealed it. And Hongwen making a fight back here. Can they just take the second set of the first doubles here? More instructions from the coach just to maybe break the momentum of the ACS Junior boys. 2 points from sealing the second set. Just clips the table, and apologies from Hongwen. Good comeback. It's beg your pardon, ACS getting that point. And they seal the second set. A nil fight back. A little better here from the boys in red, but well, not to be. It is 11-8. 11-1. Once again, if you do want to get more info and find out what's going on around the courts in Singapore across all venues, lots going on in the table tennis, taekwondo, and all the other sports as well. go.gov.sg/NSG will get you all the information from all the matches that is being played. Remember, it's just 12 matches this year. 12 different sports this year. as opposed to the normal 29 because of the COVID restrictions. So you can get all the information, all the scores, all the lineups, everything on that website. So of course we now go back to proceedings with the third set between ACS Junior, Sheriff and Caleb, and Jaden Go and Linus Lee for Hongwen. So 11-1, 11-8. And ACS will look to just finish this off. Has yet to drop a set against this side as they look to sail away once again in the early stages of this match. When looking more impressive than they did against the opponents from the group stages. So they have built confidence along the way. Having won 3 of their 4 matches in the group stages, losing in the semis. Find themselves fighting for the bronze medal here against a very, very good outfit of the ACS Junior side. Frustration, ACS Junior 7-2. This could be another straight set, so it probably will be another straight sets win for ACS. And just for lack of a better word, a schoolboy error there. There's frustration from the likes of Jaden Go. And that time, no punch in the air. Showing some resolve. Lovely shot, lovely return as well. A little spring in the step now from Jaden after that mistake from him. And third punch in the end, third point as well as they climb back and just minimize the deficit. And they now level on terms. Can they pull something out? And well, ACS another lack of confidence from these boys as well as they now look to take the first doubles match and cleanly 11-7. So very straight sets win there for the ACS Junior boys of Jarif and Caleb. 11-1, 11-8, 11-7. A win over Hongwen, Jaden Go and Linus Lee. As you see that 3-0, it was 3-0 in the singles as well. Next up will be the second singles. That will be between Ivan from ACS Junior and Maxton Lim. Well, welcome back now. It is, of course, the Senior Division Boys Zone 3rd and 4th placing. The two teams, ACS Junior versus Hongwen School. The venue, it is the Ang-Mo-Kio Primary School. And we are down to the, well, inevitably could be the last game of the competition for the boys, as ACS Junior sealing the first singles 11-6, 11-5, 11-3 in straight sets. That, of course, set up Jeff and Caleb for ACS Junior taking on Jaden Go and Linus Lee of Hongwen. That was also a clean sweep from the ACS Junior boys over their opponents, 11-1, 11-8, 11-7. And that, of course, sets up this match between Ivan and Maxton Lim. And, well, I think pressure will be on Maxton Lim as to get his team, his school, back into the match with two love trailing against his opponent. So Ivan, well, a bit more relaxed. Well, the instructions from the coach for the ACS Junior boy was to just go out there and enjoy himself. He picked up just before he walked on, and a bit more pressure for Maxton Lim. So this will be interesting to see how the young man handles the pressure. Ivan, of course, can't afford to slip up. And that will set up the second doubles between Rutze and Emmanuel of ACS Junior, and Ludwig Lim and Zhao Kai of Hongwen. Should they need that match, though, but it is 2-0 as the likes of Maxton Lim serves to keep him, his team, his school in the competition. Remember, it is the 3rd, 4th place they're fighting for. Aitong and Pei Chuan will be playing later on in the finals of the Senior Division match. Fine scores. Two very strong teams, those two schools. As you stay tuned, that is supposed to be at 3:30. ACS Junior intent from the start here, going up 5-1 in the first couple of minutes of the match as well. Ivan looking too strong now for his opponent, and I mentioned their pressure as well for that young chap Maxton Lim to keep his team in the game. Of course, it is a whole learning experience for the boys as well. They look to advance to the more different divisions. The C divisions, of course, encompasses the Sec 1 and Sec 2s, and then you have the B divisions with the 3-4s, and the A divisions with the tertiary education schools. And I'm sure all these boys here today are aspiring to be national players one day. Right now, though, it is likes of Ivan who looking to finish his match off. Of course, the key here is the different elements of the game that all the boys have to encompass, which is their footwork, confidence, and more attacking, and their talent and skill as well, all amalgamating to bring the best out of them. Still a lot of training left to do for these boys, but it is likes of Ivan who is now 9-5 ahead. Lot of concentration there with a service, gives Maxton a point. Too strong that time, and he smashes the ball for the to set himself up for the the set point. Just clips the net, and it's enough to get him the first set, 11-6. So, like so for ACS Junior have yet to drop a set in this match. Looking way too dominant for the opponents, and as I mentioned there, he was still Ivan just to go out and enjoy himself in the final match with the pressure already off, having sealed the first two games, and now it's just maybe going through the motions and experimenting. He can afford to be a lot more attacking, less conservative. Maxton will have to think about how he's going to approach the next two sets, and can he find the resolve and dig deep as the pressure mounts for Hongwen. It's all, as I mentioned earlier, a learning process for these youngsters. So Ivan now will serve the second set of the second singles. Once again, off to a good start. The teammates of Hongwen clapping every point. They have to find the support and cheer their boy on Maxton Lim, feeling the weight of the match on him. Started off well. Lost the first point. Got the next three, but all now Ivan winning that point. Good return. Too much for Maxton as he leveled the scores. There's good spin on that, just too much. He couldn't control that return. Maybe just taking the foot off the pedal a bit, having won the last 7 sets. And well, Maxton looking formidable here, finding some resolve, digging deep. As I mentioned earlier, he'll have to decide his strategy. He can't be too aggressive. It was a good rally, good point there for the likes of Maxton. Drove that ball nicely. That time Ivan saying whatever you can do, I can do better, as he drives that ball for a point to take it 8-6 and now 8-7. Calling a timeout. I think the likes of ACS, the coach, is having a few words as well. Maybe just telling him to keep his composure. There's no need to rush through his shots. Also, these boys will have to take in a lot of information and digest it and then execute it. As the proceedings are continuing, it was 11-6 to ACS Junior in the first set. And now they trail 7-8. Just clipping the net, and lucky that time for Maxton Lim, but Scores are level as Ivan now serves in the second set, and well, that timeout really doing some good for his concentration. It's 9-0. Well, Maxton looking to serve for the set. It will be the first set. And they take the first set, and look at the joy in the faces of the young chaps at the back. What it means to them just to get that one set. Well, ACS having won 7 in a row now lose the 8th set, 9-11. Are we going to see the fight back ensue here at the Ang-Mo-Kio Primary School Senior Div Division Boys South Zone? Well, I think the likes of Ivan might have just, as I mentioned earlier, taken his foot off the pedal, maybe just letting his guard down. Well, can we see the likes of Maxton take in the momentum from that second set? The only one Hongwen have won so far in this match. Just mistimed that top spin, and Ivan gets that point. Second return that keeps letting him down, Maxton. Just well to return serve. So that he'll have to reserve that. Force error there that time from Ivan. Score reads a 6-4, and he smashes that, and it's too much for Maxton. His fault there as his bat taps the table, so point goes to Maxton. I'm disappointed, let himself down there. And good service. Ivan had no answer for that return. Maxton just throwing more aggressive there with the backhand. And too good there for Ivan as he's 1 point away from taking the second set. It is, well, Maxton maybe got the score wrong there. He thought the set had finished. He was putting his bat on the table. Well, there you go. No fight back there. ACS that time too good. Ivan of ACS Junior taking the third set, 11-6. National School Games, Table Tennis Championships 2021. There you see senior boys final. And the man on your screen is, of course, the Hongwen School's coach, Lee Guobin. You can find out all about how they did and how they fared up to this point if you, of course, visit us at go.gov.sg/NSG. Of course, get you all the information of what's going around with the 12 sports across all the venues in Singapore as we hit into the third set and possibly the last if ACS Junior do take this one. We're watching Ivan take on Maxon Lee in the second singles. Interesting service action there by Maxon Lee. Not giving up. He did come back in the second set, 11-9, after his school had dropped 7 sets up to then. Showing a lot of resolve here. And the likes of Ivan showing his dominant forehand time and time again. Well, next in that, going for something middle out of the comfort zone just to get that point. Seems to be slightly working for him. Sailing away now. Beg your pardon, that point falling to Ivan. Aggressive approach now from Ivan. Allows Hongwen to then lovely return. Too much on it. Just mistimed that forehand smash and finds himself trailing once again. Ivan now 3 points away from the bronze medal. The spring in the step now showing on that young man's face. 1 point away as he serves for the game, set and match. And Hongwen boys there. That's it then. It will be, well, ACS Junior who has sealed this game, set and match as they of course take the set 3-1. It was 11-6, 9-11, 11-6, 11-6. They of course won the first singles, and then that was followed up by the second doubles in straight sets before Ivan then winning this match in 3-1. We'll be back in a short while for the prize presentation.
prize presentation ceremony right now. Okay, coming in 4th placing for the senior boys division game, we have Hong Wan Su. Can you please tell the two reps to come forward? Thank you.
Well, there you have it. This is the prize presentation. It is these young boys who try to give as much as they can in the game. Hong Wan School collecting their medals for the 4th placing of the senior division boys zone, South Zone, and of course the trophy. And giving away the trophy is the principal of Ang-Mo-Kio Primary School, Mrs. Lim B. Lei. Of course, social distancing measures put in place, so there's one player to collect all the medals. And as they look to take a photograph to keep as memories when they look back at their tournament and how they fared and how far they've got. A lot of hard work, of course, put in place to organize this tournament and train these boys. And they should be proud in just being able to compete.
When you raise your hand, you cannot hit each other. So I need you to space out more. Yes, more. Yes, go to the back. Space out. Yeah, sorry.
Well, of course, the school right next to me, and boys just taking their photograph and. Of course, next up will be the prize presentation for the winners. That is the 3rd place team. Not forgetting after this as well, it will be Ai Tong versus Pei Chun Public School. It is the finals between those two schools. Both schools, those caliber, defeating these two schools to find themselves in the place of the finals. That's why you see these boys battling it out today. Potato medals there being carried by Harvey Huang from Hong Wen.
The 3rd placing of the senior boys division, ACS Junior, to come and receive their medals. ACS medals.
There you go, ACS Junior winning the bronze medal of the senior division boys South Zone Championship, and one player collecting the medals, the other the trophy. Well, a very convincing win for them as well, dropping just one set en route to picking up the bronze medal and raising the medal high with a lot of pride, and rightly so. They've worked hard to get there, unbeaten in the group stages, and then lost in the semi-finals to the likes of Ai Tong School 3-1, and of course now they find themselves holding the bronze trophy, and well, with a lot of pride as well. Remember, they won the singles 11-6, 11-5, 11-3, and then the first doubles 11-1, 11-8, 11-7 before just going a set down in the second singles 11-6, 9-11, 11-6, 11-6, and now finally, of course, lifting that trophy as they all get together to take a photograph, and something I'm sure they will all remember. Maybe just looking to get one better next year, find a place in the finals. They have to build on this success and let's get themselves in the finals next year, even winning it. Maybe a lot of hard work has to be done. I'm sure we will be playing with fans in the stadium next year, hopefully. It's been a different tournament without fans. That's why we brought you the coverage streamed across all the different venues with all the different spots and different teams. So there you go, that is the winner of the Senior Division Boys South Zone third and fourth placing. It is the ACS Junior Boys who defeated Hongwen School 3-0. So thanks a lot for joining us at the Ang Mo Kio Primary School. Remember, up next in about half an hour or so, we will see Aitong versus Pei Chun Public Schools for the finals of the Senior Division Boys South Zone. Thanks a lot for joining me, Jamit Singh, at this venue.